Everybody, this is Dixie Fails, and this is just a video that's going to help give you guys some tips on how to make meal prep easy. I take one day and I will get all of my stuff together for the next week. So what you see right now is this is the beginning stages of prepping all my produce. I make sure I give it all a vinegar bath. I just use a distilled white vinegar. You can do apple cider vinegar if you want. And I just put about a cup in the sink and then fill it up with water. And you'll see that sometimes I have a little more produce than the water can fill. So I'll just keep coming in and keep dumping my fruit in here, or my fruit and my veggies, so that they get that good wash on them. I normally will keep my berries and stuff in the container because it's too hard trying to gather them all up. Just make sure that they get a good soaking. And I leave this here for probably about 20 minutes, and then I'll rinse it off and I will lay it all out overnight. Or even for a few hours, depending when you're doing it, and just let it all dry out so that you don't have any excess water, so that when you're putting stuff together, you don't get anything that will wilt. So after this, we move into preparing it, cutting it, cleaning it, and we'll go on to that next. So now that I have all of my produce washed and ready to prep, I just kind of set everything up according to the container. So you can see I've got my green up there, I've got my purple for all of my fruits. I usually will leave my reds last. I do my protein separate from everything. My carbs, right now I just got the sweet potatoes out, but I'm gonna grab out some brown rice and a few other things, and then my avocado for my good fats. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this prepped. Most of the stuff that I prep ahead of time right here is normally my produce and my fruits, and then I will work on the meats as well. So I'm going to go ahead and prep all this, and then I'll show you guys the outcome of what it looks like at the end. Now that I took all of my produce and my proteins and that and coordinated them according to the containers, I prep them. So I go through and I cut everything up so that it's easy to eat on the go. I've got peppers, my zucchini, celery, cucumbers, and I like to do this. This is about equal to 1 green container. These are my toppings for my salads. So I've got some broccoli, some celery, some orange peppers in here. Got it all set up so that I can just grab my salad that's cut up and dried and ready and throw my toppings on and use some of the 21-Day Fix dressings for it. I even have just broccoli in here so I can use this as a snack, so I can make sure I get all my greens in. Some of the stuff I don't prep right away because, like my zucchini and my squash, I'll use these as noodles. So I'll use my tool that will slice them up and actually core them into noodle strings, and then I'll boil them and eat that for spaghetti versus the whole grain pastas with the family if I'm trying to cut down my carbs. I even have my leafy lettuce ready to go so that if I want to do like a turkey wrap, I can just pull it out. My spaghetti squash, obviously, I will measure that out on the day that we decide to eat that. And then if you come over here, I've got my purples. This is my fruits. These are all equal to 1 purple container. I have all of my proteins set up. Everything from like my deli meat to where I can either just roll it up with cheese if I want for a snack, or I can make that turkey wrap. Cottage cheese, my chicken. I usually like to cook my chicken fresh if I can. If it's not a busy week and I know I'm home and I'm going to be able to cook this fresh for lunch, that's definitely going to be what I do. But if not, I'll go ahead and pre-cook everything so that I am planned and ready to go. I have my carbs over here, so sweet potatoes, my steel cut oats, some whole grain pastas, my granola, my oatmeal, and then my corn tortillas. I have my good fats set up, my cheeses, my avocado, and then I also have like my nuts and seeds. Now I hate to waste the bags, so like you'll see I have the number 2 written on here. This is just 2 containers, so I know when I pull this out, I just need to split it in half. These are some really good raw sunflower seeds. This is flaxseed to add in my different yogurts and my oatmeals. But what's really nice is I can start taking all of this and putting full meals together now based off of the meal plan that I have set up. I used my Extreme book, and then I also have this sheet. I use this quite a bit. It's a little bit more detailed than most, but I like it that way. That's my personality. So then now I can go through and I can start putting meals together if I want, Or if I know it's going to be a slow week and I'm going to be home most of the time, I will just put it in like this, and then I kind of have the liberty to choose when it's time to eat if I want to do a turkey wrap or if I want to do a chicken taco. So it depends on your schedule. Find what works for you. So if you have to prep, so if you're working, if you have a full-time job, what you want to do is make sure that you're putting it all together. Make sure that your lettuce is together. And normally what I would do, the advice I would give you to make it work better is I would get a container or your lunchbox, whatever it is that you're using, and you would look at your day one. So you would look at Monday and you would look at what you're eating. And I would suggest I'm putting all of that either in a grocery bag or in your lunchbox ready to go. So when you wake up in the morning, you grab it and you go. Now, so like I said, I put a lot of these together. So like here's my yogurt. I went through and added some fruits in there. So this is just some Greek yogurt. And all of these, each bowl is equal to one purple container. So I can just do like a mix of each. I usually like to only eat one purple container of fruit a day, mainly because I'm trying to cut my sugar down. I'm just really trying to shred. So I'm doing the countdown to competition, but a little bit modified because I do need extras because I am training pretty intense. Here's my oatmeals over here. You can see I did the same thing. So I want oatmeal with some blueberries in it. I'm going to go ahead and throw in some raspberries, top it off with some strawberry, And then what you do with this is go ahead and pre-add your water. Add water into it. Go ahead and throw the lid on and throw it in the fridge. And then what you can do is pull the lid off, cook it in the microwave until that oatmeal is done, mix it up, and you're good to go. Breakfast on the go. And what's really nice is you can add a little bit of honey. You can add cinnamon. Just make sure that you account for it according to your 21-day fix plan and how many you're allowed to get. And then also what I like to do to keep things organized, I hate to see all of these bags just scattered in my fridge and my pantry. So I have little containers set up. So all of my dry stuff I'm going to take and I'm going to put in here. And then the kids know that this is mom's special stuff. You know, don't touch mom's food. I guess you could say I have their stuff set up for them as well. So, you know, I'll just go through and I'll put all this in here. And then it's easy for me to get to because I have a designated spot in the pantry for me and a designated spot in the fridge. These are pretty nifty. I like these because they're narrow, they're stackable. You can put them in the fridge and still put stuff on top of them. So I'll go through and I will add like all of my veggies. I'll start stacking everything in here so that I can keep things organized and they're not getting lost or, you know, just all over the fridge. I guess that's my OCD, I guess you can say. I like things to be clean, neat, precise. So actually I won't put chicken in with it. I'll keep my chicken separate. You know, I'll package the lids up and get all of this ready to go. So if you guys have any questions, if you need any tips, tricks, advice on how to make this work for you, for your lifestyle, let me know. I really believe in taking one day and spending, even if it takes me 2 hours one day. Today's been a little bit longer because it's summer and kids are home, so I've had to stop and help them. But if I do this, then the next 7 days, I don't have to spend time prepping every single meal. It's all done, saves me time throughout the day. So thanks for following me. I hope that this helps you. Make sure to go to my Facebook page and like it. It's facebook.com. And then it's all spelled out. A new you starts here. Thanks for following me, guys.